This is the first video we've seen of what is a historic day in India. Tears of joy and embraces as members of the LGBTQ community celebrate a landmark ruling. India's Supreme Court has just struck down a ban on gay sex that goes back to the colonial era. Natasha Fattah to pick up with the details. Good morning.
Good morning again, Heather. So as you could see in those pictures, there are millions of people across India and really right across the subcontinent who are celebrating this landmark decision by India's Supreme Court. It's made up of a 5-judge panel, and the Chief Justice of India, Deepak Misra, read out the statement. Let's bring up part of what he had to say when the ruling was made, saying any consensual sexual relationship between two consenting adults, homosexuals, heterosexuals, or lesbians cannot be said to be unconstitutional. And as a result, with that judgment came a wave of celebration right across the country, where so many have been fighting for so long to get this ban overturned. They celebrated outside the Supreme Court, they celebrated in villages, they've been cheering the decision, waving one another, holding up those rainbow flags, saying love is love. Let's have a listen to one of the people celebrating.
We were like culprits. We were criminals for who we are. But today and anymore from now onwards, we are not criminal. We can live our life as who we are. We are really happy. Thank you, Supreme Court.
That gives you a sense of that relief. Now, people in India know, in the LGBT community, that in certain sections, of course, it will continue to be conservative and they will continue to be discriminated against. But now they have the law on their side, and they say that does so much for them to move forward in order to be treated as equal citizens within their country and to live with dignity.
You know, within the Indian justice system, this issue took 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and people saying this is long overdue.
That's right. So let's put things into context. This is a colonial era law that was brought in over 150 years ago by the British when they were ruling India. And they had this law in place for many of their colonies. It's called Section 377. And within Indian borders, that's how it's referred to, Section 377. But we know for many, many years, activists, lawyers have been trying to overturn it. If you're no longer part of a colonial Britain, then why do you still need this colonial law in place? The problem came into place in 2013 when a lower court upheld this ban on gay sex, calling it an unnatural offense. And so once again, the fight began, and here we are today with the Supreme Court overturning that court's decision, saying, no, this is not unconstitutional. In fact, one of the judges on the Supreme Court said that she believed history owed an apology to the gay people of India. And it's also worth noting, and many people have today, that in fact, Section 377 was rarely used in order to jail people. You could serve up to 10 years in jail if you were found guilty of this offense, but it was used mostly to discriminate against community members within smaller factions of the Indian culture.
Natasha, thank you very much.
You're welcome.